What if you knew that tomorrow you were going to die? Hi, my name is Kirsten Weiss. I write cozy, witchy, and metaphysical mystery novels. And today you're going to learn why there is a death card in tarot and what it means for living a magical life. Last weekend, I was at a Christmas party with a group of friends, and one of them stood up to make a toast. One of the things he said that really struck me was, "Today's a good day." The reason it struck me is because everybody there knew what that phrase meant to him because he'd been going through a series of health problems. He's an older gentleman and he had a very serious health event quite recently. He didn't know how much longer he had. The reality is none of us know how much longer we have. We can get run over by a bus tomorrow. And this is the core of the death card. Now, if you see my earlier videos on the history of tarot, you will know that the trump cards in tarot, like the Lovers, Death, the Devil, that suit, most likely comes from Italian Renaissance morality parades called trionfi. And in those parades, there was, I don't want to say always, but I'm going to still say usually, the figure of death. And death was there to remind the watchers that life is fleeting, seize the day, carpe diem. It was a memento mori. Remember, you will die someday. Remember death. So that was the original meaning of the death card. Remember, you will die. Seize the day. Through the centuries, the interpretations of tarot cards has changed. Today, when we get the death card, it usually means a big change is coming. That change is quite typically inevitable, and if you try to fight against it, you will most likely make things worse for yourself. But that original meaning really fascinates me. I mean, I think all those things are true. Life is change. Some changes you can't fight. Some things are just going to happen whether you like it or not, and you may as well accept it. But the idea of a memento mori, of remembering that any day could be our last, so we should live it the best we can, is a really important one. And it's particularly important for the witch. Now, in my mystery school series, I created a fictional mystery school which uses cards to train students because at least as far back as the 1800s, actual mystery schools like the Golden Dawn were using tarot cards to train their students. In the deck that I created, which is not a tarot deck because there are so many tarot decks out there, I just didn't feel like I could add anything there. But in my untarot deck, instead of having a death card, I created a time card. Now, frequently, Father Time is associated with death. He's associated with all the things that death is, with inevitable change, with loss, with death, with our mortality. And for that reason, in a lot of the old images of Father Death, he's shown holding a scythe, just like death is shown holding a scythe. The untarot card for time makes its first appearance in my book, Shadow of the Witch. And I will read to you what it means for the witch. Death has a way of focusing us on what matters. In Latin, the phrase memento mori means remember you must die. In the past, and still today, people carried memento moris with them. These decorative jewelry or mementos typically portrayed a skull or some other symbol of death to remind them that life was fleeting. While the witch lives and must function within society, the path of the witch runs at a different level. The witch plays a multi-level game, seeing things others may not and acting accordingly. To take this path, a witch needs to live boldly and honestly. She must follow the lead of Kali, the Hindu goddess of transformation, time, and death, because awareness of time and death is what fuels our transformation so that we can truly live. So I'll ask again, what if you knew that today would be your last? Who would you want to spend time with? How would you want to live? What if you knew you only had a week? Who would you feel gratitude for?